Hi everyone, this is Robin and welcome back. I'm back from my trip from San Diego and I have something to reveal that while I was there I went into the Chanel store. I know that was a mistake, but if you guys watched my last video you would have seen me unbox this beauty right here, this Chanel Jumbo double flap with gold hardware. Okay, well, I absolutely adore this bag and I've thought about it for quite a while now. You also heard that there were a couple of things I didn't like about it, and that was mainly that double flap, the inside flap. I have the medium and that flap just drives me crazy, and I just wanted to be 100% satisfied, and I'm totally satisfied with the look of the bag. I know it's one of the most classic, most iconic bags that you can have from Chanel, which is why I think we all want it. What was interesting though is when I was in the Chanel store, I have met this amazing SA who has worked in the Chanel boutiques for a number of years, and he informed me that you would be surprised how many people just, you know, loathe over this bag and want it so badly, and then they get it and then they say it was a mistake, it's not the bag for them, it's too heavy, or it's not practical. I know that we all love it. I mean, I love the looks of it and I thought that I had to have it in my collection, but I also did not want a bag that I would not use. So I'm trying to decide for myself, you know, what to do about this bag. But while I was there, I also found something else, which is comparable to the Jumbo, and it, you know, has some of the, and I've kind of gone through the pros and cons of both. But before we go through all of that, let me introduce bag number 2. So, as always, it comes in this big Chanel box. And, you know, I'm just going to drive myself crazy until I decide, you know, what I'm going to do about these bags. But, okay, here is the dust bag. Now, as you can see, this one came in a different dust bag than this Chanel flap, which I think it comes in this because it's, you know, your classic flap. And I think this is actually one of the newer collections. And I'm not sure of the exact name of this bag, but here she is, wrapped up. Take this paper off. So it's very similar to the classic. But you know, when I saw the bag in the store, I talked to him about it and told him I had it, and we kind of went through the pros and cons of this bag, and you know, whether I should have both, and I'm not going to try to drive myself crazy about this. I'm going to make a decision and move on because it's just too much time to spend on this. But here she is. As you can see, she is sort of like, this is not a true patent at all. It's not a patent. It's just a shiny, shinier leather. Okay, and this is in the silver hardware, which I think is a little more updated. I think I don't know, the other is beautiful too, so I'm not even going to say, but silver hardware. And I'm going to show you what I liked about the bag. And sorry if I look over there, I'm just making sure that I have everything in the frame. So here is the inside. Okay, and as you can see, it has that accordion, which makes it super, super functional. Okay, here's the care booklet that came inside. I'm going to take the paper out. And let's see. You can see here, let's see, it does not have the double CCs like, you know, the traditional Chanel. Let me move up here and you can see that if I can get the camera to focus, it is, I don't think you can see it, but it's made in France. Not Italy, but France. So, and the inside is just, you know, it's like a cloth material similar to, I think, what the Jumbo is. So it has the 3 compartments, and it has a zipper back here. And as you can see from the side, it has this little gusset here. So that's the big compartment. But it's a beautiful bag. You can, you know, just like the other one, you can wear it on your shoulder, double it up. So I'm going to go through kind of the pros and cons. So both are beautiful bags. And let me just put them side by side because they're pretty much the same size. You can see, here's this one, here's the Jumbo. So pretty much the same size. The Jumbo is considerably heavier. This is super, super lightweight. The chain is not as heavy. The chain is not even as heavy as it is on the boy bag, but this chain it's got some heft and some weight to it. And of course, because this is the double flap, this adds quite a bit of weight. And when I was talking to the sales associate, he was saying basically this Jumbo is heavy because you almost have 2 bags in one, which this inner flap is constructed and it's, you know, goes all the way in, so it's, you know, like a double bag. So that's where you're getting a lot of the weight from. And you know, I talked to him a little bit. I told him about one of the other essays that I talked to. He said, you know, this double flap is to make sure the bag keeps its shape. He said no. The basic reason, as we've all heard the stories, is that Chanel, Coco Chanel, when she opened her bag, she believed that a woman should have the privacy inside of her bags, which is where this comes in. So while it may help to keep its shape, that's really wasn't the purpose for it. Okay, so the pros in this one. Beautiful bag, iconic, just, you know, very classic bag. I would say the cons on this bag is it's heavy from the beginning. So once you put your things in it, it gets only heavier. Another pro is the caviar leather. Super durable. I mean, you can tell you're not going to have to fuss with this bag. Super durable. But I would say the cons is the inside flap for me. The fact that it's heavy. What else did I write down? And you cannot wear this crossbody because it is way too long. Unless you're, you know, like 6 feet tall, you could. But for us petite people, like, no. It's like hangs down to my lower, past my hip. So not a crossbody bag. The other con, I guess, is maybe everybody has it. I don't know. But I guess it's not a con if it's a classic bag because you want it in your collection. But I would say the pros and cons about this one. The pros are it's super lightweight. The organization inside is unbelievable. You can definitely have this as an everyday bag, whereas this one, to me, the Jumbo, is not really an everyday bag. This is going to be more for when, you know, you want to go out, special occasions or whatever, I think, you know. I mean, I would probably try to use it more simply because it's really expensive. But this one's super lightweight, super great organization, very durable. It's got the distressed leather, so you're not going to see any type of really wear on this one. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. What else did I put? It's a little more unique than the classic, but it's still a classic bag, a classic Chanel. It has the classic look, but it's a little more contemporary. And the other thing I like about it is it has feet on the bottom to protect it. So I would say that those are probably the big things for me. And did I say it could go crossbody? Whereas the other one cannot. So as you can see, this is crossbody. And later on when I go, you know, or do a review on this bag, I will do some shots and so forth so you can see. But overall, I think that for me, for practical purposes, this bag is just a super great bag. And the other con was it wasn't as expensive. I mean, that's not the driving force for me. But I think the driving force for me was it had to be a bag that if I was going to spend that kind of money that I'm going to use, I'm going to love, and I'm not going to avoid carrying it because it's too heavy or it cannot fit everything that I need in it. So I think I've pretty much covered all of that. So